ברוכים הבאים בשערי בית השם. אחי ורעי, wie wichtig das ist, also die kommen zurück heim. Wie viel darf man mal eigentlich oben jetzt in der Zeit, Kallah Israel befindet sich in der Sekunde. Ich will auch sagen, das Resultat vielleicht einmal sagen, der Warmkeit mit ruhiger Guim. Welcome home. Bruchim aboyim. Gehat a gewaltige Chavivus zu jeder einer von seinen Kindern, von seinen Talmidim. A spezieller Chavivus für die Boya Yarchei Kallah. Das weiß, dass der Azirot beemes a Scheiches zu daheim. Wie wichtig das ist, zu kommen nehmen a spiritual injection für ein ganzes Jahr. Es sind noch da Menschen, was meinen, als in Amerika ist versicherter Ort zu wohnen. Ich bin nicht sehr sicher. Ob man seinen Muftach von Chofetz Chaim als behalt ziehen Tiere Plato, wie der Novi Yeshaya sagt, Behoya Neusor Beziehen, ואני יושב בירושלים, קודש יום אלוהי. Aber von deswegen, Menschen meinen anders. Und man sieht Menschen, die kommen fort, bei Mesiras Nefesh, und man lässt dort die Mischproche, die Business. Und man kommt sich mechazek sein. Man kommt her und war Hashem, das ist ein gewaltiger Kiddush Hashem, das ist ein gewaltiger Chizuk für uns alle. Sehen, wir kommen Brüder, Bishas Akone, Bnei Mishpoche, kommen sich zusammen, kommen sich mechazek sein und mechazek werden zusammen, mitfühlen einen dem Zweiten. Das ist ein gewaltiger Chizuk für uns und für euch. Mit ich hoffen, a besondere Woche von Moran Agoyen, Rabban Leibstemann, es soll sein, Zeitschem und bei Achem Lesholem. Man hat gesagt, als die Sakones, die Malchomes, das kommt noch, weil man will schäfen Eulam HaTeire, Cholile. Man will Oysakeln, dem Eulam HaTeire, Oyen die Moleine Lechaloisenu. Und man darf sich mechazek sein, mitfühlen zusammen, leben zusammen, shel lifrosh min hatzibur. Und das ist ein gewaltiger Chizuk. Aber man sieht, Brüder, fühlen mit, und man fühlt, dass das ist der Mokel Chayenu. Menschen arbeiten bitter schwer auf der Parnasse, aber sie wissen, als durch der Mokel Chayenu, die Bnei Teure, die sitzen nach oben und lernen, das hält uns auf, das ist unser Atem, und bis Chus am Leben mehr. Und man kommt zusammen und man hält sich zusammen wie eine Sprache. Das weiß der gewaltige Kiddush Hashem, das macht der gewaltige Sanagorie auf Kallah Israel. Wonach sieht man Tausender, was leben jeder Tag und lernen Teure mit euch Tag, und im Zufim, Stachen, Rebochen, jeden Keish Echot, Beleib Echot. Wonach sieht man, als sehr viel in Geleit, Bochen, was stuppen sich und kommen in Umparnasse, willen Herrn, Dvar Hashem, willen lernen, noch ein Stückchen auf Kweiger. Wonach sieht man, a Koisla Marovi, a Mama Rochel, a Tate Mama hat man noch einer. Wie viele noch da auf der Welt, Reb Chaim Kanievskis, und bei einer Leib ist eingesund, Hashem Yarchei Meim und Schnetzei. Wenn der Rambam ist gekommen, in Eretz Israel, in Mesiras Nefesh, sie gewähnen, Amokim Shmomo Velistim. Und hat gemacht ein Yomtiv, Tes Cheshvan, für alle Yoytze Chalotzev, der Teures Eulam. von Reibes Rakshis, was solche gewesen zu sein von Koisla Marovi und bei der Obis HaKadoshim. Heint Baruch Hashem, Israel ist nicht gemocht im Schmummo. Es ist andere Sachen. Aber Akoponim, der Rambam ist gewesen noch einmal, hat gemacht der Yom Tiv. Mir seine Seuche zu sein, mehr wie einmal, in Koisla Marovi, und sehen die heilige Yeshiva, den größten Eulam HaTorah, das ist das Siebe soll sein, weniger Yom Tiv, zu mehr Yom Tiv. Adrabe, jeder Tag, was wir sehen, dem Eulam HaTorah blieb, das ist ein Yom Tiv, das ist ein Yom Psure, und das geht auch Chizuk, als Yedidim kommen mit der Mesiras Nefesh, und man kommt Otemen, dem Eulam HaTorah, Ashreichem, wo sie sind kommen an Achelik, in dem Eulam HaTorah, Ribono shel Olam, Kiba Kuk Jeden, wo es kommen zu leben, Mesiras Nefesh, sich mechazek sein, und mechazek werden, mit dem größten Eulam HaTorah, gib sie, Naches, gesund, Parnasse v'sholem, Yekabetz nedocheinu, me'arba kanfis ha'oretz. Und ich will special bedanken für die alle, was organisiert und geholfen und zugekriegt, Asa Shenem Maimed, Asa Yarchei Kallah, Beroshom, der Vater Agoyen, Rabin Yomen, und seine Rebbetzin sein gesund. Und die alle, was geholfen, sie ist eine Sache, kann ich da mal nehmen, die von Amerika und die von da, so ein Sonntag hier, Abroche beim Olam, so der Ewigste geben. Der Kesher soll sein, ein Kesher של Torah, ein Kesher Nitzchi, ein Kesher של Achim. Ihr sollt alle aussteigen, ihr und eure Kinder und eure Einiglach, in Torah und Yirei Shamayim. Und wir sitzen alle zusammen, bei Chovas Hadas, Menuchas HaNefesh und Arzeinu HaKdosha, zusammen mit Moshiach Malkeinu Beroshenu, und hoffen und lernen, so sein Molaot Deus Hashem Kamayim Layom Chasim.
It's really a pleasure to see all our old Yedidim, old friends that come back again to join us for, even though it's Getzel to Teg Mispar Yamim, but for us every day is counted, every day is special. Every day is 24 hours, every day counts. We hope that we and you will be able to enjoy each other's company and get the maximum te'elis that you can for the time that you're being here. The schedule doesn't allow much more than learning and davening, and that's really what it's about. The idea to come back to the yeshiva, Mokum shegidaltem, Mokum shelamadetem, Mokum shechunachtem, Mokum that you saw the hisalus in Torah, in Yiro, to come back at least once a year. There is a tzad to make Yarchei Kallah twice a year, but we're not up to that yet. There is such an idea, but at least coming back once a year to join the yeshiva, the Bnei Yeshiva, the Hanhola, and to rejoice together and come back with Naya Chizuk and to continue for another year. It's very late, and I won't keep you long. Just two machshavas I'd like to run by, and maybe they'll both be l'te'elis. In the Midbar, in Parshas Behaloischa, HaKadosh Baruch Hu was Mitzvah Klal Yisrael to move on after Matan Torah. The Pasuk steht, Vayi b'shana hasheni b'chodesh hasheni b'eschum l'chodesh na'ale ha'onim na'al mishkan ha'etz. Vayitzu b'nei Yisrael ma'aseyem, and the whole cheshbon of the Matzoros. In other words, there was a pkuda. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was Mala Onon, that's it. They were there for a year less 10 days, and now it's time to move on. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to bring them to the soil. And now is the time to go. Vayisu Mahar Hashem. then the Pesicha says, "Vayitzu mahar Hashem derech shloshis yomim." V'aroin bris Hashem noisel lifneim derech shloshis yomim losel lahem menucha. Yedua, afterwards, vayivin soya oroin, nunim hafochim, ein ze mekoimoy, and there's a taina on Kallah Yisrael, ketina kaberech v'beis hasefer. In other words, there was a taina on Kallah Yisrael, why did you run so fast? Vayitzu mahar Hashem, there was no remorse in running away from Har Sinai, and you continue, and they went where they were supposed to go. Where were they actually going? They were going to Eretz Yisrael. The Ramban here, B'Mokim says, we don't find that there was an oynish for this matzah of Vayitzu mahar Hashem. Of the Zok the Ramban, the Loshen is ilmolei chet zeh hoyu nichnosim b'Eretz Yisrael miyad. Where there was something special that was done, shaloi bimod gedaft, and if this would not have happened, they would have gone to Eretz Yisrael right away. But the shaila really is, vi kemen nishgein, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to go. There's no other choice. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says that the onan goes up, and when the onan says that's a tzibur that you have to continue going, so you must go. What shaykh not to go? What shaykh not to stay? So Vayitzu mahar Hashem somehow was what they were supposed to do. Now there was a shtickle taina of Vayitzu mahar Hashem ketina kaberech v'beis hasefer. Means they gangen a bissel zu leicht. They didn't go with, where were they going from? The Mashor in Shabbos says Amerika ha'oreh. He says during the whole Tkufa that Kallah Yisrael was sitting near Har Sinai, lo yichotu, a year less 10 days, lo yichotu. And as soon as they left Har Sinai, there was Asafsuv, Kibbutz HaTaiva, and so on, Chatoim, one after the other. And somehow, the shayla is, are you talking, how come, what happened? Zokt Mashor, that as long as they were sitting in the Mokum Beis HaSefer Shalahem, Mokum where they were Megadol B'Torah, they were sitting in that Mokum. It was already, the Kedusha of Har Sinai wasn't there anymore. But they were sitting in the same place, V'Medichon Kabbalas HaTorah. And they sat and they learned there all the time, they didn't move. So they were somehow protected of not Cholila being Nichshel in an Aveira. And therefore we don't find any chesoron of what Kallah Yisrael did during that whole Tkufa. But as soon as they left, even though they were supposed to leave, and they had no choice, the onan goes up, you must leave. It's a tzibur HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you have to leave. You can't remain where you are. You must go away. Aber there was a taina of ketina kaberech, episid don't given exact the way it should be. They left. They lost this protection that they had, and what happened afterwards was Kenire, there are two ways to leave a Beis Medrash. There's a way to leave the Beis Medrash because you have to go, but you don't go with Gli, Ketin Kaberech and Beis HaSefer. And when you leave in such a matzah without Tin Kaberech, I would like to believe that the protection and the umbrella, the what is called Kippat, the Iron Dome. The Iron Dome of the yeshiva can protect you regardless of where you are, because that's really what happened. But if you leave because you want to go do something else, you want to rid yourself from the nirbadus, from the miyuchadiyus of being a ben Torah. If you want to leave and leave that behind, then cholila you go into a sakona of falling into l'maisa of chatoim. I think it's very poshet and true to understand that in the light that Baruch Hashem have all our families in America and all are oisik in parnosa for their families and for the yeshiva as well, and are willing to take off a week of their schedule. I'm sure they'll have to work overtime to make back what they lost during the time that they were here. Aber b'chol oifen l'maaseh, they have I would like to believe they have the protection of the Har Sinai, of being they were to get together with us in Har Sinai, and that will protect them even when they will go back to America. That's one machshava I would like you maybe to think about and see how poshut and pure and beautiful it is, the idea of coming back to the yeshiva and continuing to learn, showing us and yourself that these days that you spent in the yeshiva, because Vayitzu Mehar Hashem, we had no eitzah, we had to leave. But not cholila, it's a matzav of Tinik HaBereach. Not cholila, we want to leave behind what we had and start a different mahalach achayim what we have. That's one machshava I would like to leave you with. Another machshava I saw by my Zayda in the Sefer, and he says pshat in a Gemara, a posik in Koheles. In posik state, Divrei Chachomim kedarboinois kemasboris netuim bali asufo nosu meroya echod. Loma nimshul divrei toiro ledarbon. Darbon is a plow and a poro, a prod. To keep it straight, to keep it walking in a straight line. They didn't tell me to speak in English. No, I was just told to speak in English. No, Loma nimshul. Divrei Torah ledarbon loima lecho. Ma darbon ze mechaven esapor litlomeho lohoitzi chaim loilom. Av divrei Torah mechavnim es limdeihem midarkei misa ledarkei chaim. Then the Gemara goes on. Netuim, what's called Natua, what's called Kamasmeiros, Netuim, how it's implanted and strong and you can't move it and you can't shake it. The Arichs in the Gemara, I don't think it's the gear now. Aber stay do that Divrei Torah are like the Darbon that leads you in the right path, that Cholila you won't stray away to go the wrong way. So I say that in one of the Maimorim he says he was once in a house. And he was in a house, he was on the 4th story of a building. And there were no lights. People in Lawrence know what that means, the house with no lights. And he had to go down from the 4th flight, down, whatever the reason was. He had to go downstairs. It was pitch dark. When you hold on to the banister, the Darbon Zeh, Doimul Torah, it leads you into the direction of the Chai, like the Gemara says about them. Av divrei Torah mechavnin es limdeihen midarkei misa ledarkei chaim. My hargosha is that those that come back and spend time in the yeshiva again somehow grab a hold of the banister again, and they hold on to the banister without knowing what it's going to bring. They know where they'd like to end up, where they'd like to go. But holding on to the banister ensures you that you will be able to arrive to the mokum that you're going to go safely. The Torah is mevia mechai l'chai oilom. This is be'etzem I think is a medika brocha for those that have come here. It's also a medika chizuk for us, knowing that we have Baruch Hashem, Talmidim and friends. I understand there are parents here that have come to learn together with the Limadet Nemoisim as B'nechem, also that they came to learn together with us. And we accept you as students in Yeshivas Yarchei Kallah. I'm not really sure if you have to register in the office, but somehow we'll put you into the list of Talmidei Yeshivas Mir and carry this title with kavod and dignity, and enjoy your stay here. And HaKadosh Baruch should help that this week that you're going to spend with us will be meviv l'chai oilom. This will be the banister that you'll be able to hold on to and to carry keseda, that when you'll have to go back, it won't be ketinik habereach, but you have to go back because the recheres is mechayev. You must return to your jobs and to your mishpocha and to your panoses. You'll be able to take with you all the zgulas and all the yeshuas that Torah will bring with us. Thank you very much. In yeshiva, that when we daven now for the next week, we should say Talumoto together, just like everyone in the Torah does. A regular feel at home, and daven just like we all. B'chlal, there's a whole Indian b'chlal to daven for B'nai Yisrael, it's a chiyuv on everybody, regardless. If you decide after a week's time that you must go back, I don't know if everyone will do that, but if you decide you must go back, and till December 4th, I think, till December 4th, when you come back to America, it's advisable that you should say Talumoto in Shvakelei. And the cheshbon is very simple, because if you forget, you can always say Talumoto in Shvakelei. And Shvakelei is a mokum where you can be mispal any tefillah you want. You can be mispal with Gibran Shvakelei. This was the Hiroeh that the Stipler told me. It was again my father's when he was here, and he went back before. And I remember going into his house in those days, and I asked him, and this is what he told me to say. That's right. I told you, feel at home. Feel like you belong. That's the. Huh? Nee. En de dokter wil niet talk about. Maar wat zit maar kunnen we? We can't bet the boss we do with the Shvakelei. We can't bet the boss we do. I'm sorry. We can't end the doctor together. What? This is the way I'm telling it to you. Is the way I'm telling you. The mice, it doesn't make a difference.